Journal entry, 11th of the month of February, in the year of our Lord, 1182. It is our holy duty to drive out the evil that has permeated the lands of France, and we must show the common folk that those who have sold their souls to the devil and have performed despicable and unnatural acts in his name for so long shall not escape justice. Many we still chase, as they have scattered to the winds, but those we have caught have been burned at the stake regardless of their noble birth, to cleanse the rot and have everyone see justice served. After dealing with Normandy, I have now brought our forces south, and we have fought our first battle repelling the invaders of the Caliph. Alas, more battles must yet be fought before we can finally bring peace. After the defeat, the Caliph's troops are in full retreat, and we can now bring the siege engines in and see that we can retake Castle Po and push them back south towards their own lands. We'll have to make sure that we have enough supply on the ground. We're currently overloading it somewhat, but that's because the First Army is here. So we'll send the First Army over to Po to begin the siege, and the Italians are helping as well. So we can get we can get the main troops to chase after the Andalusians, really, and start pushing them further south while we are retaking the castle that is now cut off from their main force. And we have found the mayor of Châtellerault to be part of the cabal. So with that, he is I know what evil he's been planning. Oh yeah, and he has been working for Poitiers, obviously. We are looking still for anything to pin on the Marquess himself of Poitiers, but so far he has been slippery like an eel. Alright, so he has escaped, the traitor, and he has become an adventurer. But I could challenge him to a fight, maybe, if I can track him down and see if that gets him out. But we can't easily arrest him because he is now on the run. So we'll deal with that after the battles are over. 11 more days for the siege of Po to complete. And Archon Renaud of Berry is targeting me. Okay, let's have a look there. So we've got three factions now. We've got the Duke of Gascogne, who wants to lower my authority. We've got the Count Humphrey of Sablé, yes, he and the Duke of Armagnac, the two of them. And we've now got Berry as well, who wishes to overthrow me and install somebody that he probably controls, Montlhéry. Haven't we executed Montlhéry before? I believe we have. So that must be a family member under the sway of the evil count. We've got most of the Andalusian troops have now left, which means we're finishing the siege of Po rapidly. And with that, Béarn is back under French control, or Toulousian control rather. We can send the army north for now to make way for the besieging troops to deal with Bayonne and retake that from the enemy as well. I have fallen ill during the fights in the mountains and foothills against the Andalusians, but Queen Valence has saved us 300 coin. Well done, the Queen. So we do want to keep a little bit of a war chest around, but despite the fact that we have all troops raised at this point, we're still making a decent amount of income, and the sieges are progressing relatively well. So far, no sign of the enemy, and we could potentially increase our armies a little bit, but I think I will want to get back to investing the coin into improving the life of the people as well. The Italians are joining now for the siege, and we can let the troops in the main army in the north regain some of their recruits, deal with the wounded, while the rest of the troops is completing the siege. I'm proud to see my son coming of age. He's no longer a child, and he has become a natural administrator from birth. So he comes he comes after me, really. They grow up so fast. And he has gained Midas Touched, +8 stewardship. I just need to unpause for that to come into effect. And despite the fact that he's somewhat vengeful, which is unusual for my family, he is. That reminds me, my wards. Can I do anything? I can get them to study language. Yes, we do that. It's always good to know more languages. We can do some martial drills for 82% on the open terrain expert. Let's do that as well. So it is good to see the princes who will eventually inherit having different qualifications. We have retaken the lands, all the lands that were previously occupied. Can we enforce a white peace? Not yet. The Caliph will not accept it. So for now, we will have to. It seems we will have to keep fighting. He deals, I think, also with some domestic battles. So no sign has been seen of enemy troops. So we may have to send our armies into Al-Andalus proper in order to force the Caliph into a white peace. So Vizcaya is probably going to be the next target then, but we do have to be somewhat careful because we haven't seen the main Andalusian army for a while. And that means we do have to send the main force first, such that the siege engines aren't endangered. The troops from Brittany and Italy are following as well, and they are beginning to besiege the holdings south of Aragon. We could probably move through Aragon to relieve them, but we'll see. There's a fair amount of them, and it's all forested terrain, so it's less than ideal to fight in it for our heavy cavalry. So we'll see, but at least we know where the enemy troops are, so we can begin sieges in the north, counter sieges in the north if necessary. But as it turns out, the Caliph has, after reports coming in of lands lost, is now accepting, given that we're holding the disputed terrain, is now accepting the white peace. This will make my glory hound vassals somewhat unhappy, but they're already unhappy as it is, and I wish to finally be able to give the troops some rest and have some peace in the Andalusian lands. There we go. So white peace has been signed to the perceptive king. Wisdom and mercy are legendary. I accept your offer of peace. So be it. And now we can finally disband the troops and focus on some more domestic matters. We've got a plague still rampaging in the north. We don't have an actual truce with Al-Andalus since we just signed a white peace and decided to stop this war. So. But for now, hopefully, while I am trying to recover from the illness, we can focus a bit more on the situation in France itself. As I have returned, it is high time to hold court and let my subjects know that the king of Toulouse is still very much in control of everything. So let's see what the petitioners have to say. Earl Odo, the Duke of Mercia's vassal, steps before me. Who is he? Along with a Catholic monk, vague memories of this case spring to mind. Some dispute over the departed Duke Elfwald's wishes. Oh, this was the Duke of Normandy that we executed for being part of the demonic worshipper cult. He erupts. King, be assured these promises of land are pure falsehoods. My father may have given alms here and there, but the whole earldom of Warwickshire, it is plainly absurd. The monk clears his throat. My name is Elfgar, your grace, from the Church of Coventry. We speak true. Elfwald was a pious man. He was not. He spent much time with us before he found the peace of the Lord in heaven. He did most certainly not. He has been burnt at the stake, and his soul rots in hell. The Duke rolls his eyes, reddening with anger. So that monk clearly doesn't speak the truth. And we've got the Duke of Mercia, who seems to be controlling Warwickshire and wishes to keep that. whereas the English obviously wish to reclaim it and not have a 15-year-old blind Norman in control of Warwickshire. That said, the Duke of Mercia seems not to have been involved, at least to our knowledge, in anything, and he's probably too young as well. Yeah, that the monk himself, I'm sure he's lying, because they should have known that the Duke of Normandy was a flagellant, a wastrel, a witch, a murderer, and a kinslayer, and infected with demonic pox. So, for most certainly, he cannot call him a man of God who has found peace with the Lord in heaven. So, yeah, that's not happening. Okay, so we could simply side with the Duke. Or we could tell the Duke to keep his title, but compensate the clergy. That might actually be the best option. That'll make the Duke somewhat angry, but other than that, I could take it for myself. That would be an act of tyranny, so we're not doing that. And we could anger every other vassal in the group. So I think. I think the best, or we could give it to, we could take it away from him, which would make 6 vassals particularly angry. So I think you keep your title, but go compensate the clergy. That just makes 1 vassal angry rather than 3, and it's the best solution to the problem. A frightful peasant strolls all too close before a guard steps between us. Oh, he backs off with a wink, laughing through scant teeth. Your lordness, I'm come here from Mende with a matter of great import. His eyebrows undulate. You'll see, King, a toll started last harvest. Brewer's goat wandered into a farmer's wife niece's shack and caused a great mess she did. He slaps his thigh. Oh, you're sure seen your magnitude. I'm a magnitude now, am I? Oh, good grief. Offa, can you please deal with that? I think, we're not hiring him as a court jester because he's not particularly good at that, despite what he looks like. We've got Hubert. Yeah. he is, despite appearances, actually not a complete fool. So I think we could gain 60 stress, but that's too much. A common touch would make the vassals more angry. But I think I'm just going to get Offa to figure it out for me. That would give Gévaudan a dispute settled and some additional growth, which is great. Offa, go fix that. A thin, raggedy peasant stands before me, gawking at the opulence of my throne room. Obviously distracted, I call him to get his attention. Oh, I'm sorry, my lord. My village in Gévaudan was hit by blight this year. We lost not only our crop, but our seed too. We have nothing. We shall starve without help. Glancing around my throne room again, he adds, surely you have wealth to spare. We could do a crop sharing system which would give development. We could 440 coin. That is would be a significant expense. We do have a lot of infrastructure to improve, or we could we could simply hire them to the army. No, I think crop sharing is the best option here. So let's go. Yeah, I think crop sharing is what we go with. And that concludes my business here. We have gained some legitimacy, which we don't need because we are already the legitimate king of everything. But we could actually, now that we could improve the court grandeur somewhat, because we now actually have in control of all the French lands, most of them at least. So we could go up to decent fashion. I think that would warrant that. The expense is manageable. We're having a rather large income at this point. So that would not be a problem. So let's do that and slightly improve the court amenities somewhat. We'll probably deal with that again in the future, but for now, that shall do it. The Duchess of Brittany and my son Guillaume have become betrothed because she is still, while she is wise beyond her years, she is still young in age, and as such, the two shall be betrothed for now. He has been very impressed by her courage and by her honor. So Prince Guillaume of Toulouse and the Duchess of Brittany. The old kingdom of France has to shake off its legacy of years and generations of destruction from the demonic forces that were infesting its noble houses. So I'm thinking there is a potential decision, because currently the kingdom of Toulouse, which is the bright light in the darkness, can actually be consolidated. So with that, I can effectively officially end the kingdom of France and bring the people who have suffered so much under the embrace of the Toulousian kingdom. As a great and renowned king, I hold many titles within my realm. Though not all of them are considered a part of Kingdom of Toulouse, my custodianship over them has certainly left its mark. With my status legendary, my word holds a lot of weight, and I feel there are few who would dare to question me. So as such, the Kingdom of France shall be no more, and the Kingdom of Toulouse shall inherit its lands, and the people shall join the light. And for now, Toulouse is one. Everybody is Toulousian, and not by culture, but at least by kingdom. And with that, we have brought a new hope to the people who have suffered so much. And as we can now declare the Empire of Francia. And that just leaves the evil Burgundian king in the east. But for now, we shall create the empire. And I am now known as the Emperor of Francia, Emperor Enric the Good, married to Empress Valence of Francia, who came from humble beginnings. And with that, my sons are the princes, and the daughters are the princesses. We've got Aldebert and Gedita, the former maid in Paris. We've got Princess Mathilda, married to my knight Stephen of Cornay. We've got Guillaume, Prince Guillaume, who is betrothed to the Duchess of Brittany. And we've got Prince Karl, who has been married to Philippa, the daughter of Philip and the mayor of Roussy. She is a very bright young woman at my court, and the two of them have gotten along very well. So he has found someone as well. Thierry obviously is betrothed to the Princess of Italy, and thus they forge the alliance between our two countries. And she does like food quite a bit. And we've got Princess Petronilla, we've got Prince Alderic, and we've got the youngest Princess Cecilia of France. And as such now, the Kingdom of Toulouse will merge into the Empire of Francia, and it is now our duty to bring peace and prosperity to the people of these lands.